Hey yo, what you pulling up? No.
All right, pouppodcast. What you sipping on? This is Tony.
This is Ty.
Today we got a special guest. We're joined by VlonelySummxrs. He's in the building. You want to say what's up?
It's good, everybody.
All right. Right off the bat, my first question for you is, how did you get the name VlonelySummxrs? Now I'm wearing Vlon right now. Matter of fact, I just realized that.
Right.
But so we got Vlonely, and then you got Summers. I know Summers is a rapper. Do you know Summers yourself?
No.
You don't know Summers? Okay. Yeah. Summers is he's a rapper out of Houston, Texas. And your name just reminded me of him. So how did you come about your name?
I was I wasn't going it was up in the summer, and it was like this summer. It was just thinking, I was like, man, ain't no females like where I'm at. There ain't really that many females like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's gonna be a lonely summer. Like it's gonna be lonely.
Oh,
facts.
okay.
That's how the way it go.
Yeah, right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, who is VlonelySummxrs? Like, if I were to introduce you to someone, how would I describe you? Who are you? Or what's your background? Where are you from? All that.
Okay. I am from Gary, Indiana, and you was to describe me. You mean like physical features or like?
No, just type of person you are. Are you more quiet? Are you more stoic? Or you get out there, you're a man of action.
I'm a quiet person. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm a quiet person.
Right. Okay.
Gary, Indiana. But you went to what school you went to?
Oh, I am 15, but right now I go to art school.
Okay.
Okay. So what was your upbringing like? Let's take a step back. Like, what was your upbringing like? Like how were you raised? Like what was life as a young VlonelySummxrs like?
So when I was younger, I started rapping when I was like 7.
Okay.
This age, I mostly took it serious. It was mostly in a household, how the way I was raised. My mom was just my mom and my dad. I got 4 other siblings. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
My childhood was mostly pretty good, and everything was pretty good. Just invested in the studio one day, and I was like, I want to actually take this serious. I'm the manager. Yeah.
So how old were you when you first went to the studio?
I had first went to a professional
a professional studio, like a pro studio.
8. I was 14.
Wow, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I probably didn't step into a real studio until I was probably 19, probably. So that's dope, bro. Big salute to that, man.
Okay, that's cool. So you were exposed to professional, a professional studio environment at a young age. So you were around
Yes.
do you know the different instruments and equipment, mixers and soundboards and all that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, like he said, he didn't step into one, but I just got exposed to these types of equipment, mixers and soundboards and understanding sound engineering not until I got to college. Until I was like 18, 19. So that's good that you started at such a young age. So, you're and you'll be able to better have a better understanding as an artist when you're in that type of environment.
So Anthony and I, we listened to a few of your tracks. We listened to your album, and we're just trying to figure out who influenced your sound. You have an interesting sound, and I kind of want to know who are some people that influenced your sound. I'm kind of getting a little bit of Uzi, maybe Playboy Cardi. I'm
feeling a lot of Lil Peep.
Yeah, Peep.
Juice WRLD, of course, obviously. Who else? Lil Raven, Horsehead. So who influenced you?
Yeah.
I listened to the Suicide Boys, Juice World, XXX Tentacion, Little Peep, Juice World, most definitely Juice World.
Yeah.
Juice World was one of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah, Little Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi, Ugly God, Young Gravy.
Yeah, we mess with Ugly God.
Sir, it's just like a lot of SoundCloud rappers. A lot of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They all, a lot of them had their roots in SoundCloud. So yeah, you could say that, yeah. But I don't always like to call them SoundCloud rappers, because Playboy Cardi, Uzi, they sort of moved on to the mainstream scene a little bit.
Yeah.
And even Ugly. I mean, Ugly Guy, he's still making that transition. I mean, he's out there sometimes, but I feel like a majority of his fan base are still people who listen to other SoundCloud rappers. But yeah, I mean. So Juice WRLD, would you say Juice WRLD and Lil Peep had the biggest influence, or is more of a mix of all of those guys?
Oh, the three main impacts were Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, and XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, it's crazy how we lost all three of those guys.
It's pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. At such a time where it was so pivotal in their careers. Like they had just started. They just started catching the mainstream appeal of the fans and of their audience, and it's just an untimely passing.
Have you seen it's a Juice WRLD memorial in Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
It's like I've
seen it.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, it's like up north somewhere, I think. But yeah, it's dope. It's like a huge mural of like Juice WRLD, and they got like flowers, like all types of stuff around it. I don't know if they still got them out there, but I kind of wanted to go check it out. It's kind of like they made like a map to get to it. Like it's pretty cool. Like you got to go through like this like a viaduct thing or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty dope. So
yeah, that's for a little bit. Juice WRLD, he's such an interesting guy, and him passing had a little harder for me. Normally, when rappers, these artists pass, it's a personal connection, but Juice WRLD passing, he went to school like 10 minutes from where we used to live. He just pretty much down the street. We all the schools play against each other, so they all know each other. But yeah, him passing hit a little close to heart.
Yeah, and everybody was just talking about like when Juice WRLD was coming up like out of HF, like everybody in that area was just like talking about Juice WRLD like right. Fast.
And it's exciting. It's to see someone not even in your hometown, but just close to your hometown blowing up and catching mainstream appeal and collabing with these different artists in that space. So yeah, that was crazy. But just want to talk a little more about you. So what other artists have you worked with? Have you collabed with, or do you want that you want to collab with in the future?
Oh, if I ever become like big, would most definitely want to collab with Ski Master Slump God, the Kid Leroy, and possibly possibly I gotta think, because like it's just like all.
You got any homies that like you collab with?
Yeah.
They got are they out there, or are they still like
they still in like I'm the only person in my neighborhood like up in my area. I'm the only person that like does this, and I'm like trying to put other people that I know on so that like it could just be a cycle.
Definitely,
bro. Everybody can make this bread and all that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that's a good way to do it. I mean, yeah, definitely. If you can find some other people in your neighborhood who also have like you can see the talent, just bring them up, just encourage them. Like, hey, man, I'm going to the studio. Why don't you just stop by? Why don't you just sit down and just absorb some of this knowledge, or just see how I move, how I work. Maybe you can just invite them there, and then hop on the mic, or what I'm saying, listen to a beat or whatever. Well, yeah, I think that's definitely good what you're doing. Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see more artists just coming out, especially around this area, Northwest Chicago, whatever. I know you're in Gary, but Northwest area, like just more artists coming out and just producing more music. We try and get Chicago back on the map, and so I think that's good what you're doing.
Right, because that's really important, because it's not just like trying to get on yourself. You got to help other people get on as well. You know what I'm saying? So to help out your city and wherever you're from.
And I got all my little siblings. They trying to get into it. All that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Trying to get everybody on.
Okay, yeah.
That's what's
cool.
up.
How do you feel about the rap scene in our area currently? Like did you ever listen to drill like that back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite drill rapper was FBG Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. R.I.P. Duck.
Then I listened to a little bit of Von. Just didn't listen to him a lot.
Okay.
But Von, he was a rapper. He was up there. If it was up to me, I would honestly collab with him.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy the impact Von had. I mean, Von's been in the game. He's been on the scene for a minute. I didn't really start hearing about Von. I mean, I knew of Von, but I didn't hear him making waves like he did this past year. Up until I'll say in the past 2 years, I've been seeing him pop up more. Or I saw him pop up more, in outlets, Instagram and whatnot, rap blogs. But yeah, Von, Von had talent. It's so crazy. I have a friend, right? He lives in Alabama. So you think like he listens to, I mean, he does. He's a big Gucci head. He's a big, what else he listens to? Young Dolph. He's big on those Southern artists, but he's like, man, Anthony, I've been listening to this King Von. That's around your area, and he hits. I bump him in the car all the time. So, King Von was influencing my friend who lives in the South, who normally listens to Southern rappers, but he said, let me give this King Von and FBG Duck a chance, and he listened to that, and he's like, yeah, I can't stop playing it. That's how good it was. So, again, untimely passing of King Von, but yeah, he had talent. But the drill scene was cool. Kudos to all those guys that came up in the drill scene. But again, I'm ready to see what else that we have to offer. I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for people like you.
The next wave,
Right.
So do you sort of identify with I don't know what the scene is called. I don't know, maybe emo rap. Do you kind of identify with that scene?
Yeah. How do you like that term? Is that is that a way to describe that group of rap that you're in? Or is there a different term completely?
I mean, you can say emo rap, but do different genres too. Because right now I'm starting to work on a little bit of drill, a little bit. Then I'm starting to work on lyrical and poetic stuff. I'm to do more than singing, but at this point in time, yeah, you can say it's emo rap.
Yeah, I could definitely, I believe there was I forgot the name of the track, but I could hear the drill. And just your cadence and how you. So yeah, I can definitely hear it. I'm interested to see more of it. I'm just interested to see more of what else you have to offer. So I look forward to it, man.
For sure. You got anything else?
That's about it. That's all I got for real.
All right, man. You wanna shout anybody out, or you wanna?
I'd rather do you have any questions for us? At all, or
well, what made y'all want to do this podcast?
Excellent question.
Great question.
I have a friend. His name's Rob. I mean, he'll be on here soon, eventually. But we had always just, we're big hip hop heads. We always talk about rap and going back and forth. From rap in the 80s and 90s, and we talk about rap now, and just comparing the artists and seeing where they stack up against each other. And we used to just stay up late just talking about it. I'm like, man, why don't we just have a podcast? I have a podcast where we can go on and express our opinions of rap for other people to hear and see what else everyone else has to say. So we're like, okay, let's just do it, and that's how we started. We started last year. It took about a month to get everything together, and we started last year. We took a break earlier this year just like because of around the summertime. We were just really busy. I was working a lot, and we just couldn't really get everyone together like we used to. But we're just picking it back up. You see, we got better sound, better production, visuals. So yeah, I just like talking about it. I just want to get my opinions out there. I'm interested to see what else everyone else has to say. How our opinions stack up against others. Yeah.
So, you guys were to rate my music from 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh man, you can't do us like that. That's hard.
Right, don't do us. Let's see.
I take constructive criticism too.
Let's see. The first, I like the single. But so what, you want us to rate your album? You want us to rate your music as a whole, or just your album? Or just like overall?
Could you rate the new single "Talk to Me"?
The new single "Talk to Me"? Yeah, I kind of, what's crazy is that hook kind of got. I mean, the chorus or the hook, it was just stuck in my head for at least like 2 or 3 days, bro. So I actually kind of like that track. So I'll give that track a solid. I'll give it an 8. Because it was stuck just because like the melody and like it was stuck in my head for like 2 or 3 days. Like I just like talk to me, yeah. Like it was just in my head for like 3 days. So okay. I'm gonna have to give it like an 8. What about you? His single "Talk to Me"?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I'm a little harder when it comes to reviewing music, especially giving it a rating. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because I feel like you can give a little more. "Talk to Me" was good, like he said. The melody was, it is something that gets stuck in your head, and you just listening to it. But you have the potential, and I'm waiting for you to squeeze just a little bit more. Like it just gets like 150%. That's what I'm waiting on. That's something I would definitely recommend to people. Right, matter of fact, let me ask you this: if I'm talking to someone and I'm like, yeah, I want you to check out, VlonelySummxrs, what track do you want me to tell them? Is it this one, "Talk to Me," or you got another one in mind?
Yeah, like what's the go-to track?
Yeah, "Talk to Me."
"Talk to Me." Okay, all right. Yeah. So next time, if I'm trying to put someone onto you, I'm gonna tell them check out that "Talk to Me," and I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's got some stuff coming, so you gotta deliver now. Gotta deliver. All right, man. That'll be about the end of this. These real short. I didn't really have too many questions for you, but you want to plug yourself? Let them know. Let the fans know. Your Instagram, all that, Twitter.
Follow me on Instagram at VlonelySummxrsOffical Instagram, and YouTube channel, and my music video for "Talk to Me" is in the link in the bio.
All right, man. All right. Thank you, man, for joining us on the show, man. I appreciate it. You see, we're building our platform, so thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
All right, man. We'll hope to see you in the future.
And this has been another episode of pouppodcast. We'll catch you guys next week.